Alright, let's start taking the movement apart. The first thing we'll do is we'll remove the little bird. I've already marked on the perch the position where he was to give us an idea when we put the bird back on. I'll tighten that screw up so we don't lose it and put him in the dish over there. Alright, now let's see what we've got. Right, well, we can unscrew this piece here that obviously holds the cannon pipe on. See if we can get that off. It's pretty tight. There we go, it slipped right off. Alright, that's the motion works. The hour wheel down there, and that's a funny little nut that held it on, so I'll put that over there. That's out of the way now, and we've got a really rough looking tapered pin holding this wheel on, so I'll use a pair of pliers and see if we can, no, as usual, jammed in tight. We're going to have to drag it out, and we'll obviously make a new one before it goes in. And I don't think that came out actually. Nope, it's still in there. Certainly hanging on all right. That's removed it. And there's the wheel with a pin on that side. We'll discover what that's for later on. In actual fact, we got two pins on it. I'll put that in there. Now we've got this, now we know what it's for. We've got this lift lever here. As that wheel turns, those two pins lift this lever here, which, as you can see, moves the perch that the little bird sits on. And not only that, if we turn it around the other side, we'll see here that that lifts the count lever. There we go. And the count lever has a little spring on it just there that ties round it to keep some positive pressure on it. Alright, so we've already discovered something new on a cuckoo clock movement. That's a spring that holds that spring there. I don't know that that spring goes all the way round on that. I think it might just clip over it. We'll see. Yep. Alright, we've undone that, and that spring there sits under that nut which is attached to that pillar there. Alright, let's see what we've got. There's a spring running around the hammer lever down here, and that's pretty tight. Oh, it goes around there. Right, that's a pretty decent length of spring actually. Now wait a minute, that spring comes up and over there. What a weird looking combination of springs that is. It actually ties around that lever. Alright, well, we'll take that off if we can find it. It's pretty thin. It's been tied in a knot. Alright, so I'll hold the bird perch. That'll stop that moving for a start, and pull this spring back, which goes in under there, I believe. And that's actually spring wire, brass spring wire. It's not the normal brass wire that's used for springs. And it goes round and joins that on. So what I'll do, right on the end here where that joins on, I'll clip that little bit of wire off just on the outside there, and in theory we should now be able to pull that end back inside, and then after that we'll be able to put it back where it was before without any damage. Alright, that's now, that goes through the hole on there too. Gee, they seriously set up that spring wire. It goes through that little hole in the bird's perch. Where's a pair of pliers? Might be a bit more efficient. Certainly is. Alright, so it comes off there. It goes round and in through that one. Alright, I'll put a mark on that with a felt tip pin to remind me that it goes in through there, and I'll remove that once the movement is fixed. So it goes in through there, that comes out through there, and seriously twisty turny. Let's get that piece there. Huge long piece of wire. That is serious spring wire. That's not normal brass wire that's used. That has got serious amount of tension in it. Alright, I'll straighten that out a bit more once we get it out. That should be sufficient. This is becoming a bit of a pain in the butt, isn't it? To get that out through there. We'll pull that out through there, and that should now release the tension on there, and there it is down there. Alright, we've got a pin in there, a tapered pin, and that tapered pin marks the end of the travel. I wonder if that's removable or not. The answer is yes. We've removed that. Now we can take out the hammer. There we go. Suitably rusty, we'll clean that up. Alright, that's got rid of the hammer. Now we'll take out the bellows lift levers, the low note and then the high note, put them down there, and we can now have a look and see what else we've got. There's that piece of wire, put that over there, we'll put that on later on. Well, there's a couple of new things I hadn't seen before in cuckoo clock movements. Alright, now we'll take off the pendulum leader by undoing these couple of pieces of wire here. 2 pairs of pliers as usual. Actually, it's a bit narrow. I might start it up with a pair of tweezers, and then that's got him. This is the top one. Now the bottom one. Same thing. Not a lot of light down there, but whoop, slipped off. Grab it again. Hold it tight. Open it up. Now that should be able to just slip out, and it does. Right, we'll leave that in the crutch for a moment because we'll take that off when we take the pallets out. Now, how tight is this? Not particularly. Right, wind him out. We'll put some steel wool over that before it goes back on, and see what else we can take off before. How does that lever come out? That hasn't got any pins on it. Right, we don't know how that comes off. We'll take the bird's perch off. It looks like it should just come straight off in the piece, and it has that bit attached to it too. Alright, we'll unscrew these couple of screws and remove that. That's slipped out. Alright, and that lever goes under there. Alright, that screw goes there. The other one can stay there. It's got a steel cheesehead screw in it, so we'll have to remove that. We don't want to put that through the ultrasonic. Remove that, take the screw out of it. There we go. Put them down there. There's the screws. They can go under there. Now we're starting to get pieces removed now, which is good. Right, now remove the count wheel by undoing this screw here. Out it comes. Now the count wheel just slides straight off, and there it is. That over there, little spring, that's okay. And those 2 pieces there will come out once we've taken the plates off, which appears to be going to happen about now. Alright, find a spanner to fit. That's a bit big. Try a smaller one. Nope. Let's see what we've got. Too small. So that one. Too big, and that's 8mm. That says 7. It looks bigger. Doesn't fit. Alright, I'll find the piece and come back. Alright, we've got the right sort of spanner. So we'll start loosening the nuts. We'll get a dish to put them in. We'll work our way round the plate, loosen that guy off, and when we come up to the 4th one here, we've got that piece of spring wire under it, which we shall have to remember where it goes and put it back in once we put the movement back together again. Take that off, and it's just a common curl on it. Alright, put those aside. Now we'll just gently lift up the plates by putting our fingers underneath and pushing up against the pillars. This one here's a bit tricky to get at. I'll lift that up by pushing down on it. And now we should be able to lift the plate off, I hope. That one and that one, that one and that one there. That is still holding together, but that should be up, that's up, and alright, well, wheels dropping out already. That should just come straight up, but it's not. This is the strike side first wheel. What a horrible mess it is. That will seriously have to be cleaned up, and I'll show you how I'll do it pretty soon. You'll notice that the ratchet turns in both directions, and somebody in their very finite wisdom has decided the only way to fix that up, instead of doing it properly, which is removing this piece here, which is removing this little piece of brass down here and tamping it down. Look at the gap in it. There's 2 millimeters, at least 2 millimeters, maybe even 2.5 millimeters in that gap. And what they've done, because they don't know what they're doing, is they've wrapped a piece of wire here. You can see the wire there I'm touching there, and then soldered that on with that great lump of solder, hoping to keep a little bit of pressure there so that the ratchet won't turn. And in actual fact, it doesn't work. So, isn't that a shock? Alright, so what I'll do later on is I'll have to heat that up with a micro torch. Then using some solder removing mesh, I'll take that ghastly piece of wire out. Then I'll reposition that brass piece there using a hollow punch and push it down to take up that distance down there, and then in theory that should work. So we'll find that out later on. Alright, now I'll get ready to put things into the ultrasonic cleaner.